Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome all my dear pupils in a new English lesson. Today we are going to study, of course, in Unit 4, we are going to study Lesson 2. And I think you know that this unit is about computer games. Yeah, it's about an exciting subject that you all like. It's computer games. And before we start our lesson today, I'd like to refresh your mind about some information that we have studied in the previous lesson. The first thing I want to talk to you about is that technology experts. What did they expect or what did they predict? Yeah, technology experts are predicting that the computer games of the future will be demanded it will be demanded for whom? Yeah, yeah, it will be demanded for games producers and you, the players. Yeah, that's what they predict for computer games in the future. What will computer games be like in the future? I think we've answered this question before. I only want to remind you with this. The games will look more realistic, yeah, and computer-controlled characters will be more naturalistic, and the games will be more convoluted. And don't forget about the graphics. Yeah, the graphic of computers will improve. Yeah, then it's the future of computer games. And why do game characters have to become more intelligent? Of course, they should be that to be able to perform tasks. Yeah, what tasks that they may do? For example, visual perception, speech recognition, and decision making. Yeah, they will take decisions for us in the future. Now, let's watch a video about 10 best computer game companies. And after that, I want you to mention some famous computer game companies. Let's start watching the video. I want you to pay attention to be able to mention some famous computer game companies. Now, my dear pupils, I think now you know so many computer game companies. Do you think it's difficult for small computer game companies to compete against big computer game companies? Yeah, here we have some of the great or the most uh, powerful computer game companies. Do you think if you want to have your own computer game company, can you compete against the computer game companies? I think you can. Why not? Then what's the meaning of compete? Compete. Yeah,
Compete.
the word compete means, if you look at the picture, you will know, means to make efforts to win something by defeating others who try to do the same thing. Yeah, then it is the word compete. Then what about the word competitive? Competitive. So companies are so competitive, and every company wants to be the best of all. Then what's the meaning of the word competitive? Yeah, competitive means involving competition. If you are competing someone, then it's a competitive task for you and for him. Competitive. Rival. Rival. Yeah, this word also concerns with the word compete and competitive. If you are playing a game, yeah, or you are competing with someone, then this one is your rival. Rival companies will do their best to create amazing new games and fill the huge computer worlds. Then rival companies mean the companies that compete with us or with another one. Then the word rival, what's the meaning of rival? It is competing with a person or a thing for superiority. If you are competing with someone for superiority, then you are rivals. Mhm. The competitive atmosphere will always produce exciting new ways to play and will ensure that future consoles won't fall behind time. Consoles. What is the meaning of consoles? Yeah, consoles by the pupils means a computer specially designed for playing games on. Then it's a computer specially designed for playing games on it. Yeah. The PSP has been updated with an anti-reflective screens. Anti-reflective. What's the meaning of anti-reflective? Anti-reflective. Yeah, look at the picture. Yeah, this is an anti-reflective mirror or screen. Yeah, reflective means that reflect the bad rays uh, of a screen or a show or the sun and so on. Yeah, the anti-reflective means incapable of reflecting light or other radiation. Yeah, it reflects the bad radiation in order not to harm or hurt your eyes. Anti-reflective. The wireless controller of PSP uses motion sensors to imitate the movement of the player. Then what is the meaning of sensor? Sensor. Yeah, the word sensor, it means a device to detect or measure things. It's a sensor. It's a device to detect or measure things with. Now, let's check your understanding for the new artist. And I want to give you a word to describe this picture. Look at the glasses. What can we call them? Yeah, they are anti-reflective. Anti-reflective. What are these people doing? Of course, they compete. Compete. So it's a competitive, competitive race. And what are the things? Yeah, it's a console. It's a console. Oh, what can we call these people? We have two persons competing in something. Then we call them rival. Rival. What is this boy doing? I think he needs a sensor because he is using computer, he is playing computer games. Then he needs a sensor to measure his movement and transfer it to the game on the computer. Now, on your student's book page 35, we have a paragraph that you're going to read, and we want to answer the questions before. We have three exercises today to answer. And before you read, you have to read the questions of everything. Yeah. Read the article again and answer these questions. What will computer games be like in the future? And why do game characters have to become more intelligent? And why will game designers be working hard in the future? If you want to find the answer of these three questions from the text that you are going to read, you can pause the video until you read on your student's book page 35 and then come again and check your answers. What will computer games be like in the future? Computer games will be more difficult, realistic, and naturalistic in the future. Then this is the future of computer games. The next question says, why do game characters have to become more intelligent? Why? They have to become intelligent because character discourse is becoming more important than combat-based games. Yeah, let's see the next question. Why will game designer be working hard in the future? Why do you think game designers will work harder than now? They will be competing with success of the Nintendo Wii. Yeah, I think now you know what the meaning of Nintendo Wii. Yeah, they will competing. There is a competitive race among all the computer game companies. So they have to work harder to prove that they are the best. Now, I want you to find, uh, look at the text that you have read. I want you to find the hyphenated words that mean for. I want you to find the meaning for these sentences or these expressions. A computer game designed for or involving several players. What is it? And what does it mean to design to be held in the hand? Yeah. And the last one, it is minimizing the reflection of light. Yes. Think carefully. And now let's check your understanding and check your answers. A computer game designed for or involving several players, it means multiplayer. Yeah, it is a multiplayer game designed to be held in the hand. Something that is designed to be held in the hand, we call it handheld. Handheld. And the last one says minimizing the reflection of light. Of course, it is anti-reflective. Anti-reflective. Yeah. Sony's latest handheld console, PSP. Handheld console. Yeah, that's it. It is handheld console. Of course, you know that the word console means a computer that is designed only for playing games. Then it is a handheld console. Yeah. Now, with the last exercise with us today, exercise 7, I want you to think and speak, stating advantages and disadvantages, expressing opinions. What effects can playing computer games have on young people? Discuss good and bad effects. Yeah, we want to discuss the good effects and the bad effects of playing computer games. Now let's check your answers and check your understanding. What effects can playing computer games have on young people? Let's start with unconscious. The first thing that, uh, yeah, I think they can teach you some new language. Yeah, the good effect is it is developing their imagination. Yeah, computer games can develop your imagination. They can make you think about something that isn't found. And when you start thinking in something like that, it develops your imagination. Another thing that practicing speed thinking, you have to think quickly and take decisions in difficult situations in order to win the race or exceed a level and so on. Also, it may learn you some new language. Yeah, from the good effects, it may learn you some new language. As while playing, you may play a game which its instructions are in English. Then you have to read the instructions, and to win, you have to understand this language. Let's say the bad effects, making them lazy and idle. Oh, it's one of the worst uh, disadvantages that computer games make. Yeah, making them lazy and idle. Uh, uh, Pupils or students or boys all play computer games and stay at home. They don't want to go out. They don't have social relationships. Then it makes them lazy and idle. They don't want to do any effort. They don't want to play games, going out and so on. And making them unfit and out of shape. Yeah, of course. If you don't go out, if you don't practice in sport, and only stay at home and play computer games, you will be unfit. You will be so fat and out of shape. Yeah, and it may cause obesity for some pupils. Yeah, I know so many pupils that have obesity because of their staying at home, playing computer games all the day, and they don't go out. Then they have obesity. They are so fat, not fit. They are fat. And finally, here's a hint that the progress of computer games may cause many problems in the future. Explain. Can you write about this subject? I want to write about it. The progress of computer games may cause many problems in the future. I want to explain, and I'll give you a hint about this subject. Game studios, for example, will have to employ hundreds of animators to stimulate enough creatures to fill huge computer worlds. Another thing, designers may spend too much time on visual effects and forget about the quality of games themselves. Yeah, I wanted to write about it. And another thing I wanted to write about, why will game designers be working hard in the future? I think we have answered this question before. Yeah, to compete with the success of the Nintendo Wii, which has been flying off the shelves since its release. Yeah, and to produce more exciting games, of course. And now, my dear pupils, we came to the end of our lesson. I'd like to thank you for paying attention with me. Until we meet in our next lesson, may God bless you all, and goodbye for now. See you in our next lesson. Goodbye.